Welcome to Y News, I am Christopher. The current international situation is unstable and relations between countries are not very harmonious. When comparing the strength of countries with each other, you can't just look at the economic situation, but technological strength is also important. Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, which uses a 4nm process produced by TSMC, is priced at up to $160. This price increase is quite impressive and has caused widespread concern in the global market. However, Chinese companies face huge dilemmas in producing chips, such as foreign mega-patent monopolies, technical barriers, and necking. Imported chips are expensive and Chinese companies have to succumb to the monopoly pressure of foreign monopole suppliers. Huawei's Kirin chips were kicked out of the market due to US sanctions, which led to a steep decline in the market share of Huawei's cell phones in the United States. Despite the tremendous pressure on Huawei, the company has not given up on its determination to develop its own chips. Huawei is actively researching and developing new chip solutions in order to be able to rejoin the market competition. Currently, Chinese cell phone processor maker MediaTek ranks first, but it mainly produces low-end chips. Since last year, all global smartphone sales have been affected, especially low-end and mid-range phones, so MediaTek has also been greatly affected. At the same time, the US chip companies like Qualcomm and Apple have an absolute advantage in high-end chips. Coupled with the decline in market demand on their impact is small, which gives them the possibility of sitting on the price. Although the price of Qualcomm chips is very high, but the domestic cell phone manufacturers have no choice. Huawei's Hesi has powerful chip technology, but cannot use. Chinese companies can only purchase chips from outside. In addition to Huawei's Hesi, large technology entities such as SMIC, Ziguang Zhongrui, and Changjiang Storage are also increasing their R&D investment and actively expanding their independent innovation capabilities. In the semiconductor field, independent control has become a strategic need for China's development. Chinese enterprises must set consistent goals and confidence and commit to improving their control in the semiconductor industry chain in order to go farther and steadier on the road to independent chip development. Self-developed chips have always been an important task for Chinese enterprises. In order to control core technologies and achieve sustainable development, Chinese enterprises need to continue to strengthen their own innovation capabilities and practical experience, and actively adjust their methods and lead the way to catch up. In the current global economic landscape, technological innovation has become the key to achieving profitability and competitive advantage for each country. Especially in the production process of many electronic devices such as smartphones, computers, and automobiles, core components like DRAM chips are almost indispensable. Although US core companies have certain advantages in high-end cell phone processors, but with technological innovation and transformation and upgrading, Chinese chip companies are also able to enhance their core competitiveness through independent innovation, strengthening technology research and development, and cultivating their own core strengths. The West maintains a leading edge in various core technologies because of its early start, so it has accumulated a large number of patented technologies and formed a solid technical barrier. China needs to spend a lot of money to buy from the West, and even money cannot buy. In order to avoid the impact of the Western cutoff, Chinese researchers focused on hand-tier steel material technology and achieved a world-leading position. Looking back at China's scientific breakthrough achievements in the past decades, breaking one technology after another that was monopolized by the West. High-speed rail, shield machines, navigation satellites, which were originally the domain of technology dominated by the West, have been overcome by China's core technological challenges and stand as a world leader. As a rule, once the West's technology monopoly is broken, China can gradually relax the West's restrictions by lowering prices and will take the initiative to do business with Chinese customers to avoid losing the Chinese market. However, not all core technologies that have been broken by China have been exported abroad. One key material technology that China has permanently banned from exporting to Europe and the United States is the 0.015 mm thick hand-ripped steel forging process. Hand-tear steel is a steel material that can be easily torn by hand because of its very thin thickness, which is only a quarter of the thickness of A4 paper. The thinner the thickness of hand-tear steel, the more difficult it is to manufacture and the more fields it can be used in. Currently, hand-tear steel is widely used in aerospace, new energy battery manufacturing, communication network equipment and other key areas. And the most common product that consumers are exposed to hand-tear steel is the folding screen cell phone. Folding screens need to withstand hundreds of thousands of folding tests, and only hand-tear steel can do this. TSMC Group has undertaken the important task of conquering the core technology of hand-tear steel, solved hundreds of equipment problems, and compressed the hand-tear steel forging process to 0.02 mm, a level that is already very high enough to break the Western monopoly and meet the needs of most domestic industries. However, the goal of TSMC Group is not only to break the monopoly, but also to catch up and surpass it. On the basis of 0.02 mm, TSMC Group has compressed the thickness to 0.015 mm, a level that even the West can't do. Countries such as Germany and Japan, which have the core technology of hand-tear steel, also need to import from China. But China has permanently banned the export of 0.015 mm hand-tear steel core forging technology to foreign countries. Now, China has become a major country in the manufacture of hand-tear steel, which is a very important bottom card. The technical importance of hand-rolled steel is proof enough of its importance, and the significance of China's breakthrough in hand-rolled steel is also very significant. This means that China can produce thinner, lighter, stronger steel for use in aviation, automotive, shipbuilding, and other areas of manufacturing. This will drive the upgrading and transformation of China's manufacturing industry, improving the quality and competitiveness of its products, and will also drive technological progress in the global steel industry. Thanks to China's mastery of the core technology of hand-tear steel, many domestic manufacturers can benefit from it, such as Huawei. Huawei occupies 51% of the market share in the folding screen phone market, has been more than 50% of the market share for 3 consecutive years. These high-end technologies are firmly held by Western countries. The United States is using the technical advantage to continuously hinder the development of China's semiconductor industry. Fortunately, domestic manufacturers are already actively involved in research and development. I believe that one day, not only hand-tear steel, semiconductor problems can also be solved.